is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Abusema munyina kwa ba Fabra Boadu TV so. Na yen so say first time na wa subscribe yen nyina like video yen comment antum. Abronye DC. Say Abronye de na asem de yen kan. O say Hannah Bissiw act Kumawood or act movie. Ono no lim say movie bi na Hannah Bissiw act because o share videos na wa share ne bulletproof na o ko na wa share helmet no ko crew as a commando bi a wo ba. And so, my who ya conum now, but now, I say, I feel who I didn't serious. Now, Obeka say, excavators in Ira Manacas 7. And this is why I say, come and make a be wood da, Nesta Boko Naira. Ding of the show, and make a be that. Would be good in Massey. We are losing China. Abronye DC, Canada compro with Japan, so the comment I'll make you about me and say about me and Cremoni, and or more mudding the chin soon some more can. Se ba me ayin kremoni nti ma yafa nanko Abronye wosan ne neku oh Abronye pentokwa dodo asembe nkure na Professor Gyampo ai yesi Professor Gyampo akoka asembe ama apa NDC ahontoma asembe nkure ni nyina Abronye afa ya wo yenya botani nti no
Chairman, Hannah Bissiw in Semia na and ye or starting ye media namin say a skit na ucha.
Yeah,
and I'm to say content.
Yes.
I'm Dr. Likey. Nami who say no. We the any content. Because the way I know num forest not send her or send helmet and Dr. Likey. Ana checheku ana 3940 nom ebetumi aginem ba ye hwemu aye hu ni hu se no ma me nani abre
me akra ma hu
ajako no nyina ambem ma me nani abre
because ba yes forest we video we pa mana ye fe te se Kumawood dia
so omunyina obom ne kure enso ye hu omunyina ho
e mako 40 eno so yirai until within 7 months no ete excavators and a coal or Massisa 80 excavators. Ayira. You see, Munye di Munsusun Kanya say, Bema Bana Yere. I am unpopular.
40 to 7.
Yes. Within a day, you're pinning in
order from above.
Order from above. Ntino, a cop. And then you send a friend now warning because I quite grant interview. And no one way or Modia manager say. The government under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Galamsey promise a prank.
2027 1 year to the election and on antics.
Yes.
And the actual Ghana force you are serious about the fight.
Yes, because we are going
to we are so Obian and
no.
Wow.
Sana assembly. Sana assembly.
Yawu
say. Man ko obi omo obi anya na dwuma jese ono so apake ne tools mo hu ne biem wasa dwuma we hu
omo de Yamutala first minister for environment
what in can be
dabi omba bieu
ma me we so honorable Hannah Bissiw mo ntene kan biem e wo Galamsey hu take it from me.
Hey, John Dramani Mahama.
Yes, President John Dramani, take it from me. Say order from above and kodia chire nya wadwuma ne nka se ko fight. We have a task force. Yeah, Galamsey who do money or one somehow.
Transana ye wo mo a omonsane omanu nyina ni ho no mo. Ana plasisia omosu kontomre ye banche bayire ni ade nyina lead ewo mu concentration na ye ha ye betumi asen ye liver ni kidney no. En fa President Mahama ho.
Dabi. Ene mu bewu amungu. Nti ya wono omu nyina. Die kwaso ade a yakwa akofa aba ewo kroma no. Ababio Nana Mensa John Nana Mensa Ababio otosu mienu.
Chemai.
You know, your friend John Nana Mensa Ababio otosu mienu.
Tinane shimfana ho.
Na shimfana na ho.
Onim enkura ohun kura mobo.
Shimfana na ho.
Ni ebedi a ese nyina no. Research abase this time nkofo dware anopa. Omo ho keka omo.
Ensuo na eba ne nyo. ensuo na eba no wo water treatment kura wo fi still a wo sora no pa just check your water heda bubi na hwade
na see obi
the water treatment na wo treat everything no check wo nsuo no pa bia na hwe say dey tie say ye wo nsu papa wo fi a
obi the filter akose pipe anu oyi ye no ahwia ese filter ni mu no
akase ho no mo horo gadam say no
chairman drama ni
because nsuo no wonim ade abasese Ghana Water Company say
yes
so mu treating nsuo no pa ma ya pe no se de ye be no ma ebe ye yi a omu ntim ka no because galam say I say because nsuo no say in a normal yi no wo man treati kura no wo mu treati ni 6 times
asana ba ye pipes
ba ma ya nya bia no but wo mu treati no mienu mena me catch it all. An insider at the Ghana Water Company told me this. What he say ye pensu papa no man. As I saw mutreating suono. First, second, third, fifth, and sixth, and son of baba ye papa.
But the who can't know about to me
because the first in that canon tessa. But because of Galam saying intino. And they said Omasia say yen suono. Any chemicals ya konsuo no mu
right
emre bia twama ye nyina ye nim no to say any stream and river bia da babia otimi sabi no
yes
nowadays no obo say omo treti sa ye nsuo na because of chemicals bia enko na omo treti a in the normal you know, to get the quality water
yes
devoid of sa niema ni nyina no so omo treti no by system. Na omunya sa scanning fanyere entreat into omuye no mienu ne aka ne frɛ no kofie kowu
Chama na into patch say we are all dying slowly.
That is why aneno eye wa wo system e wa ahode ne enkrofo omuwu okro ma no nyese nyame ka so obi medi 30 years no ngunko eye ye obi wo ha akra ya wo ne next system eye strong okra ye ne eche no nti sa niema no ko no mu ano onya complications kakra bi pa no ko yes somebody at the Ghana Water Company and the brief me we nyina yes and
in the next 10 years no
we don't have a life
you beton in from other
say yes ma NDC abuman atwa so dia we should be ready say wa wo sika no wo be kra nsu papa because when Nana started this issue no enye bibia na fight you now fight for us to get the good water.
Yes,
because emire bi baba can tell you say Ghana ha ye benya nipa mienu miensa on be kra nsu afri South Africa ye benya nipa mienu miensa won betima kra nsuo
no kra
dentra wakena president wabai na ni abere no because wudi ho agora ensuo ne sei a omuniska on be kra but Ghana je wo political party or your party full like NDC say in this galamsey fight no woman the year politics sacking crofo mind year propaganda e ma fe de duru ba binu NPP baba year on popular say
yes
in the in some of the forest areas in nyina no e mabunu no ehun say ye NPP pese o mbenya sika na NDC pese o mudi yie wo mo ba NDC be ma o ma ye galamsey anya sika
of course na say president
o ko ka kire no say uko kachira branch ono no te dwaboso
right
a branch of omote ema empenkwamfo a branch o te hwerewa ye mobo akọ kachira no se me ba memwa ye galamsey anya sika but ona ninye
nani beje oh NDC
yes antino woman ma emabunu no mo wa sa forest areas ne ma ne areas ne te say NPP omu nya sika aye NPP for ya enu nti NPP for the galamsey fight ya ba no na omu de ba enti ma babu no bia or what forest area bia no ehu NPP as a number 1 enemy
oh ya mom na ni ye ni ye
yes save wo mo nkwa no omu hu ye say ye number 1 dia number 1 enemy Nti omu wan this say and this na ye omu nyame. Enya nkwa a obi benya atrase ate. Eye sika obi bedi ne nne no wawu.
This is sad.
Tia wa haye.
This is sad.
Me read ya free. Yeah. Onwa ni screenshot no. Yeah, I say responding to baseless allegation against me. My attention has been drawn to some allegation made against me on some radio stations and on social media. I wish to thank all my admirers for calling on me to ignore and not to respond. But unfortunately, lies becomes true in the physics of many people in Ghana when they aren't corrected, and so I plead that I am allowed to respond, not to the grand scheme against me because of my vociferousness against bad governance in the previous regime. What did I say? Because previous regime, no. And say, 2, I have not recruited 28 women and 2 men as been alleged. I am not in charge of recruitment at my workplace. Recruitment over the years, I am told, has been done professionally by a private outsource agency that follows a rigorous selection process. Part of my work required that I travel, and out of the over 38 opportunities, I have only honored 4, and these were with the express approval and permission from the Chief of Staff. I have never traveled on first class or business class. I remain the only CEO in Ghana who travels on economy ticket. Again, the evidence of my boarding pass for all the 4 trips are there. My lawyers and other lawyers, I don't even know, have taken over the matter, and I will deal with the individual behind the business allegation this week. Okay, yate. Yanko says no. Sex no. Crowd they say and shada here. Or say, South Yasem way nyina. Some video no a video mboa. Una akwaka wasem. Now catch the utie video no ma. Was a Professor Gyampo. Me say a man for a monitor mo kroma. So I saw you so vociferous. Over the years, I saw you vociferous. No be responded to. Me I in particular. A man for be to me mama message. Na Abronye ada na Professor Gyampo sora. O didi na nado atem. O didi ba omiano matem. O di ntrogu NPP. So Abronye yenti se waka Gyampo asem da. Nam say yes. Obiya ni na gronyere. Also a neutral person. Let's allow him na on kanasem. It is okay, yeah. All my Professor Gyampo attack on the NPP starting from 2018 now, basic 2024. No, men respond no to that. Because niente men respond to you be or kasa. Not some no they cannot even say a ya near nibre bi woman you ignore the person. Until over the years he has been ignored from my quarters. On one bedia dance yesem in can asem. But what same ya would it two gay no? Who can woman say what 2 coin enum? And no say what 2 coin and 9. Na Debiano say or trans no kasa he say ofri no sua bibi. Say when you are in a group wa wouldn't group be here Juma. And you are gonna say Debiano wo the way special now also change others no. Look at the last paragraph 5 no.
Yeah. My lawyers.
The paragraph 4. Paragraph 4 no.
I've never traveled in first class nana.
Yes. Or say I remain or say ononkwa na ye the only CEO.
Right. Or the economy.
That is paragraph 4.
Right.
I've never traveled on first class or business class. Right. I remain the only CEO. I remain the only CEO. No menim say other CEOs no Ghana ha no. Professor Gyampo is so powerful so mu tu kwana. Omu twa take it na omu de be kire no. Or you're so powerful, say. Now he's a de facto chief of staff. And the other chief for other chief executive officers, you know, too quiet. They report to him. No man catch them and say, you're the first class in Echo. Now, no, or say, under NDC, all the chief executive officers, CEOs who are Mahama appointed to Omono, or no Kwana Yakronkono. That is the person, Professor Gyampo. Yet, observe na son no behave. Say chief executive or more work room as say no. So can paragraph 4 na. One more makanyina nye papa omo nka nokre. Because omo tukwa na Professor Gyampo is reporting to Ghanaians. Yensu yeda na sese wa beka kire ye. Yeda Professor Gyampo ase. Because okuja to abrakwa. Eka kire Ghana fo nyina say oba onfa business class in tukwan. Na no onya akwanya okọ vetting no. Or see business class ne first class do the betu kwan. Okuja to abrakwa. And now Professor Gyampo is reporting. I am taking him based on paragraph 4. Based on paragraph 4. I say I have never traveled on first class or business class. I remain the only CEO in Ghana who traveled on economy ticket.
International, so we're exposing John Mahama CEOs no say omunyina the business class at the
first class
on the economy at the core. Yes, no cramp no. Natural say Ghana for
Nipa papa ba ko pa Ghana say yenyini aye Professor Gyampo under President Mahama administration. Right. The only CEO
onope
oye kronkron
onope
na o to kwana
o
so odwene Ghana ho abanya promise Ghana for say sika ni man mu. Now we are being told to say all the chief executive officers including their nano Erika J to kwani or say Professor Gyampo is saying say Erika J the first class in America. Because Erika J poster say why nip na dene koye.
All right. Nti Gyampo nkuana sisi odi economy.
Yes, no Professor Gyampo abe expose Erika J ya. Na all kase NPP government appointees at the first class and business class to kwano. And then Professor Gyampo catch say na no Erika J kwa America no. Erika J the first class or at any business class.
Now, me say chairman, Erika J the way yes simple no krano. Onu mo mbe economy. Me say asema me kan ye.
No. Yes, I agree with you.
Business class no.
You know ye nyina ni Erika J.
Very good.
But Professor Gyampo say
expose no. Say impenifo amu ye CEOs ni na
including the deputy. O say I remain abrofo. Tie
Professor natural so ni mu tena woka so ye de facto chief of staff no. Natural so mo ba be kan onoma ekoso a
no de facto chief of staff.
Wow.
De facto chief of staff for 7 years can see.
Wow.
Eno nie enti sa okaya brofo no ye krai. Or say I have never traveled on first class or business class.
Right.
I remain the only CEO in Ghana who travels on economy ticket. Again, the evidence of my boarding passes for all the 4 trips are there.
Wow.
Massa.
Chairman, say, in fact, investigations are no say Professor Gyampo enya akwenya so obabeye super authority CEO no were 2.5 times.
And no say 4.
No say 4. Me catch Ghana for e won hwehwema ya ye ni nyina kire say prof e first class e no de koye o say ono ne de economy e no de koye 2 me so catch Ghana for say o akwantu obi num wo hono ma o 2 year conference ni ade na sebi anka eso okono o mu twamu enso still Professor Gyampo e den e koye na empanimfo enhwehwem. Chairman, asema me kan ya no say empanimfo enhwehwem.
Now babi osankan say on recruit to ayi bia na
28 no.
Ni agency no.
Very good.
Private ayi and the recruit to.
Also mo outsource e de ma private
no recruit to.
But HR no ama mate ase say ansana
Yeah, more bearding.
All the practices, HR, human resource
practices.
Exactly. Yes. Human resource, Asana, Omubaya recruitment, see you no the list and a bar, or sign us no the HR. Say, if you outsourced agency, no. Mon friend, mon first uncle for way.
Now, a band saying that, okay, let's assume.
Yes.
Say, yeah, the man private.
Yes.
Omu yes, uncle for no more fine. Now, see, all my who say, from January to July.
Yes.
Shippers Authority, I recruitment and now money recruitment.
Very good. That's a
valid recruitment there. One more fine. Let us know.
That's a valid question. That is a very, very valid question.
Massa.
Respond when that's a very smart question.
Let me tell you today.
Right.
And then you may come be at
right.
Lawyer ni be an war beshe ni coat at the office no be coffee no the body ako man here.
Chairman.
Lawyer ni one who say what pon na all kono na ye the body agu kentem na so no de eye money. And no the coach money gakuri gana ma meboa.
Yes.
Entino what here who boss say SBM, let's dwell on Nasem no Kaya say. He remained as the only CEO. Sami Jamfi. Choba wa tutu kwan bebre. All other ye, Professor Gyampo catch say omunyina the first class in the coy.
Wow.
And the chief executive officers here. Yewura Mahama appoint him omo tu kwan.
Omo breach code of conduct.
Code of conduct because ma abana ma yeti ase say. One by a moderate.
Right.
Our kwana womu tutu omanamo. Na womu dine Ghana phone. And to some more dine Ghana phone dia and Professor Gyampo Baba expose all the chief executive officers say womu tu kwanya. Either they use first class or business class and ne board dine. Na economy Moses sikanim.
Right.
Economy the economy was criminally managed. No?
Crime scene.
Sa economy no. Yeah, the first class took one. Yeah, for business class there. All the chief executive officers, all the managing directors in this country, they have a question to answer based on Professor Gyampo post. And we are saying, say, say, Professor Gyampo say he is the only chief executive officer. All other chief executive officers in the one say economy nya papa who took coin not out economy more and nya papa. And you know, chief executive officers in Akano, they have shot President Muhammad down. Yes, I know. Okay. Now there is a paragraph there.
Right.
I will say.
Yes.
And send me paragraph 5.
Yes.
I say my lawyers and other lawyers.
I don't even
know. Have taken over the matter and will deal with the individuals behind the business allegation dispute in the law profession. Lawyers have been trained say omun chase case.
No correct.
Any lawyer be obe chase case be no there. It's against the professional ethics.
Right. Education are the man is
oh yes. Education and the man where free of charge. And for Professor Gyampo, et me carry so or ye big gas radio so.
Right.
Now kasa wie no. Lawyers are only momo. A friend said they want to pursue a case against you. Lawyers and chase case. And no lawyer will call a client to say, Matito be a kawasem. And you know, for case in Brana Menyamau. Asem na wakana sono.
Yeah.
Identify the image of the Ghana Bar Association.
Hey, Professor Gyampo.
Yes, because who Professor Gyampo you be and who say obi can answer radio so na lawyers ya only mamu because they want to do a case for somebody caller ne so be ma Ghana da and he is called Professor Gyampo.
It's also the facto chief of staff.
Yes.
Because
Rono and you know people who have been trained he don't even know.
Yes.
people who have gone through the professional
right.
are yet to know how to behave as a lawyer.
Right.
And a lawyer will pick a phone, scouting for a case to do.
Chairman, obey powerful because as some people, NPP penning for.
I will come there and ask you questions. Bengazi, what am I saying? Say no, Professor Gyampo say.
Right.
Ghana lawyers say penasema say lawyers ya ono ni mo mono. The lawyers are scouting. Masa, wo pedigree ni mania. A lawyer will be struggling to do a case for you. You don't even know that lawyer. Now him say the first thing is the lawyer and so better take you brief.
No correct.
And I'm a boy.
No correct.
In you know, a legal, you have to appear before the person law firm.
No correct.
That is the rules.
No correct.
You have to appear before the person's law firm.
No correct.
Now nipa netenasi ewo wanim.
No correct.
In UK, I had the meaning, but in UK, the civil procedure,
right?
UK, is clear. Say, won't you mean your clan case? You say that?
No correct.
You have to,
logic.
yes, you have to appear
right
under the rules, the civil procedure rules in the United Kingdom.
Right.
The lawyer should try as much as possible say obey who the client.
No correct.
And Ghana, a lawyer cannot do a case here. Onim the client. Onim the client to cry no be jinama. It should be through power of attorney. And then what Babet Nancy say, oh, into a biako radio so I say what to coin num. What say a no cry what to coin nine. To conceal the panel for defamation. The I want to coin any panel score 98%. Go to the court. Now, as I'm by now, in some way, a Professor Gyampo and Nam also. I'm a Professor Gyampo, I expose you, other chief executive officers say.
No correct.
Woman to choir, woman the first class in the corner. Why expose one boy? I who am a boy, Chammy. I want to call boss on our base for one boy. In case I say, I'm a crewman boy. I must say, no chief executive and Baba catch say under this administration. Or Baba catch say. Or the economy ne took on your budget. Because according to Professor Bibiya Gyampo, according to Professor Nyansache Obia Okroma Gyampo, or say he remained the one and only chief executive or took on your use economy. Mebwa. And to say bang, at some way I won't nam and nam was so. I'm a Professor Gyampo expose you, Nicole chief executive officers. And you can't some people abaso. Yes, no, who wouldn't know. Oh, cry, my papa, wouldn't know. Minimum potom. I man can I cry, I didn't bro. Some bunny, what happened with you? Remember, inside my bro, how inside man. Until what the weekend see, brown, we can see Brafiani and Rana. Young potom. One in Gentampa for say, and potom, one was ya. One was I won't say this. I want in your money, ya. No sentinel could not see. Did it all no Eguasia. No correct. Because you didn't find a young potom. Do you are this old noon? No, what sentinel? And in Tampa for say, potom one noa, 110 pampa. And no one no more buy you. The Corona came no me, and you're not Professor Gyampo. Oh, Casada, say. Say, and now so. Master say, woman, who chief executive officers here. Woman, boy, mine car. Our move to choir. Business class, no more the Ghana for Netuaka. Or minor revenue. Yeah, the full business class in the first class in Netuaka. As I said, that Professor Gyampo. Na papa way away Namo Swa ye. I'm not NPP and this in a nyat same way. Nan can people in the war by more. Kabeto room. And no crap. But what? Hey, Bengazi, can you want?
Chama.
Hi, I'm people, yes, a man, I can say. One more yet, one crofobia, one people more. One more line, one more with the NDC. No, my code studio, radio station ni TV no makwakoye MPP full soldiers no furu say you are winning 2028 omoboa. It's about time we take them on because they don't know how we work to win power in 2016. Wamo bedidi and omokoye and na yaba fie no they are trying to please the NDC and omo dada yen crofo no 2028 ye duma and they winning 2016. And if ultimate join it says your opposition now bedin kwasema go back because you have power and now when you're one can home and I'll say a same way by you alarm way I will blow yama Professor Gyampo abe support on because all what you are saying no wabe respondo asana my details and yama Professor Gyampo na say obe make sure say aban we die ensiska na ne nkrofo siska onka hwasem nye true a senka yenti yese chief executive officers etu ko amu yusu first class ono na ababaka ana asem ne baaye no matete say enra MPP fo mpanfo bi afrewo en atiefo MPP fo amu hweye ha yo hia TV yesi asem se de sitie bi e de beba enra MPP form painful binum freo atema Professor Gyampo adi MPP atema Professor Gyampo adi Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo atema Professor Gyampo adi Baumia otimi describe MPP say emwa kra ye chen MPP for awo Ghana ha otimi ka say emwa ewo nyansa chen MPP Professor Gyampo na okase kire MPP wia asem we baaye no what say MPP form painful binum afro se kopana chew because Professor Gyampo atret afro matretin o mo say so man call to order odo ba court nti MPP form painful afro say kopana chew can you wan bia no bia nti na ha wa ba be mafie
chama no
kwanya be mafie
no kwanya menem mebo abaso e wa kwanya odi amame in fact asemi ba ya ye ba say ye ba be dane ye de ne kura no ebe ye adwuma no in fact me kai no na minim ne menya information amenya efa Professor Gyampo ho in fact enwoma ekoso Shippers Authority honom no enye enwoma eda form kakra me beti ani keke no na professor no ankasa ababeka say nsema make ni nyina no say menya 98% correct kura say travels no or say me say 5 or no call 4 ni nyina no wababeka na chese ma pass and correct enti and of course Mr. Course haba me so chairman omo frɛ me ai me kofa Professor Gyampo chaw chairman
CPP for na frɛ
MPP for na me catch out MPP for na frɛ me catch me kofa yes I'm telling you this chairman MPP for and I frɛ me catch me say Professor Gyampo from yaso wa frɛ radio station one amma manager no warning amma host no warning afra your director of communications amma no warning amma penifo just MPP peni bia onim no Ghana bia afra Bengazi say onko pa Professor Ransford Gyampo
wo fra wo no sa nipa me no mo di kan from tete ne nora nyina
look
fra mo fo mo di twga
Gary Nimako number 1 say Professor Gyampo
ono fra nora
me say I Professor Gyampo almost Professor Gyampo afra Gary Nimako because Gary Nimako ye no lawyer every also fra director of communications Richard Ahiaba say on fra me no kan kire me say me masam na me beka ye
so I am beka tro say Gary Nimako na frɛ no
ai Gary Nimako na frɛ no Ahiaba say Richard Gyampo frɛ no ne say asam a me dia beto abontini say me man twe no hu amfi ho no ma odi asam ne kokko before then no man lawyers nyina frɛ me na asam a me beka chairman ye hu ne say Professor Gyampo
na say deputies ni bi so frɛ o
enokre na me mpese ebeye ebusuan tokwa because the main thing is say e expose your professor no
I am frɛ no ka say
no can say Gary Nimako afre say Gyampo aba no office one say on representing on this suit na ono Ransford Gyampo ne lawyer ene Gary Nimako inti me nkona me nkɔpa kyɛw on the same assembly a yeke. No more pese omo the NPP be court.
Wo gari ni makono frɛ ayaba.
Yes.
And ayaba na frɛ.
Yes.
Say go and apologize. Yes, omo the NPP be court.
Yes. In fact,
into omo read Professor Gyampo post wi.
Omo me nim die so omo
politics no NPP NTS. Say NPP NTS ya. Kasa Professor Gyampo post we no nko ano etimi ya press conference.
No correct.
Paragraph 4. Osise say the chief executive officers, managing directors,
right?
Board Manica, can people be addressing the nation? No, maybe what?
Right.
Come on, address all mine. Yes. And they are calling on you with this information. Yes. Say information in Kwada.
Yes.
And people address all mine. Yes. Information in Kwada. Now, now, catch us who go and apologize.
Jump a friend.
No, friends,
say. Man, Chemi who everyone or sue NPP for in Africa. No crass a man be kind, or no crash to say, as man be kind, no crack. Not to man be kind, and go be better. Tie,
or the NPP court. NPP for no do on Beko court.
Yes.
One more could defend the woman you didn't feel. Or the NPP party no court.
Yes.
So more enter near your friend appearance now.
Yes.
Woman you didn't feel. Na MPP party ni general secretary ni atin chama ya wale se enyina no onfa mo nkokoto no na wodo omo kwa wo no be kwa defend the case because the law of defamation na gari ni makofra anyamba se onfre wo no so wo akọ station akọ kansema wasem no Professor Gyampo amount for over 5 nje se wa pass exam se no meboa fine. Now the law of defamation, when I can wasem,
right?
Until yada, mutimi kase, you Professor Gyampo saw the NPP party court. NPP party individual now cancel.
Yes.
And ye didn't call.
Yes.
And you know,
now me Miss Low lawsuit. Baby a medri. Obi a matna botire enim near the way abrabot here. Professor Gyampo betumi ehune huna.
Mpacho, wo be pacha na mpacho.
Ah, na te mama ye dey pass me watch out. Asemi ya onu akasa ba beji atum sa asema me kan nyina ye no kre dan na me pa wo chew. In fact unim ne era Professor Gyampo so ye careful and me ka asem wo fidie so chamai unim say Professor Gyampo abra no wo legon no onu obi oba abayo bi nya asem e ma abayo na bonidua
allegedly
me ka kire say abayo na bonidua say Professor Gyampo no
allegedly oba na bonidua
yes all his life no sa jaw na ewo abayo no mu no o see e bedi na chi afebo ba bi obekọ bia nti the first problem a oba benya e magana fo nyina na meka no nti fiti hanu mo kọ no afre na nkofo ba be hu Professor Gyampo the real Professor Gyampo the we out here because gan wa amfihwe na kira ankopa ne chewa eduabo ne di na chi
aye susuma se fie aye nane dua
eduabo ne da ne chi
ba ye asema ye kan say the new patriotic party
yes
the communication director the director of legal obitimi fra ka kira o say MPP ni akokoto akokasa ye seal defamation wo no lawyer because wasn't when I hear Professor Gyampo cases man until say nipa no ba be seal defamation
right
or the MPP new patriotic party back in what capacity
wow sure
the law of defamation what do am count in what capacity
now who sue me for them me the asema beto wonom say mpanifo nhwehwem
asem no kra wo di bia be
me ya whistleblower wo kra mpo di bia ba be ka ho
say I no kra wo dia wo kwa economy na unua no ma aka de omo na ebo man no ho ka bacho onye case ni man enti obo so oba pacha na mpacho
mentumi mpacho because me asema me kan me nka boni bia asema me kan ono akasa ba be yi ano
mate se lawyers na twrombo
ai
Swami Ampini ni law firm
ai
Swami Ampino
ai
ni law firm
ai
eno ma twrew
ai
Swami MPP MP ni law firm eno ma twrew mebo
asankofo ni nyina Gyampo di president akofo adotem na omo we
Professor ayi Gyampo akwa akofa Swami Ampino wo mo law firm and NPP communication director Afro with all the revelations of Gyampo Diaba, the director of communication NPP, on to press conference based on paragraph 5. And the promise NDC man yes or mobile woman for first class. Paragraph 4 no and director Richard Young we want to press conference in Kase based on Professor Gyampo own statement, yes. You know. And these chief executive officers,
this exposes them correctly.
This exposes them, and they are asking you to apologize.
Can you imagine?
Something that any pana, the so-called allegation, no,
yes,
about to no cry, or minor more revelation. Hey, MPP. Now, and this can you get the nerves? Say over Fred and DC, Sami Gyamfi. And some Gyamfi akora kasa o radio show.
Yes.
Now wo
me say
Ghana who born dog go say and DC communication director kasa o radio show. Now akwa fresh Sami Gyamfi say call that boy no to order.
Can you imagine?
Kadi o de be ya no wura because MPP no omo do omo nsa wura yenum ahun say ye leadership no a senior manum.
Sure.
Ayentana una ana omo timi una nkrofo. Can you call Sami Gyamfi? No, I can't say NDC communicator bit here.
Abronye capital letters. I have never traveled on first class or business class. I remain the only CEO in Ghana who travels on economy ticket. You were over 100.
2,000.
2,000.
Managing directors,
yes,
near you, and deputies.
Yes.
Over 2,000.
You're coming in a boom.
You're coming in a boom.
Yes. That's my only massimo. Unim. Me say, Nasa Mubaya, me bekai. And Kofua or Movia school, and Maruanoma, almost a move one. And I make kind of say, and Kofua Fremen or move one, some brief for Gyampo. No, my you're ready for mobile bamming chain. And this issue, one patch on Uncle so says, I know, Percy a corner. Uncle my corner. Opasi ya koni se o ma yan kwaso
sa wo so mpa de wa
ka me ya dem pa wo chao
enti o siwa
me ya dem pa wo chao
ha so nka ho
me ya dem pa wo chao
me say o siwa on fa ha so nka ho
of course
ha de ya man so fie wo mpa chao na empa chao tena o siwa on fa MPP ni fie ha nka ho ni yenhia okoto ho masa yenhia okoto
o to be free radio ba ku na me koka nsam ni ona ni nyina atrete om ya o Professor Gyampo no
on fa me say wo fa mo
wow
o fa mo you apologize what dia kofo ado atem ye mo binu mankasa ne ntia ne ye mpese ye do anim onyam beba fam ne ye because wo kire nkora de entu kokogina krasia ukokogina krasia esese wunya some respect de kire nkwa na ye no biri no ye decide say ka ye do to fama ka can tell you say won't survive aka ulete ina me de 2 minutes ya to 2 muntokuro no just 2 minutes wow post au ko post ye no me de 2 minutes at 2 muntokuro agu ani mase de entia mrebi because a lecturer is a lecturer ogina enkura na nima ono na nkura ne hwe na ye den afia no ne entira over the years no eya lecturer asemba me mpesa me den meka bi because omo gina omo tete ye that for the future generation for no every teacher be no as say nya respect for the teacher but whereby the teacher is going overboard no there as say the grade advisa teacher no free
no crap
say the unyina classroom be because I for instance the entire man can asem because of so gina nkura nim kira de na sa nipa no de ne to for no na no mu no ho no mu no ho and assembly the moment you befa lectureship ato ho so no enkrofo ma na wo kwatete wo mo until the first thing as a lecturer as a teacher or whatever or tutor no the first thing is respect without a respect no ade bia no abekira because wo ba class akora nyere emfa serious that is why over the years no I for instance me yesa me nka Gyampo asem because let's give him that respect but no omuno at all me yesa me nka nasem because wo tire nkora de nti sa nipa ne yegu nanim ase a na okogina class a edien na nkora no so nya respect nyere Emma no ntimi na semba me nyeren me nka bi ebia te na obekọ akọkire kwasi bafo ade ntimi nka bi but na wa free saade no hunti a me de respect ma wo no saade no nti a me de respect ma wo no aye because of the classroom but no wa free classroom ho na ta also be kon saade a masa kroma me katro mo amutemu nka nkire no sa on survival ye num binum de sa respect na ne de ma no mre bi ya withdraw because omuno ho anti wo mu ho a obi atimi tra TV3 e ka se akofo ado aban nya to the sense wo bakora wanya sika PTA kwaso wanya sika ntopatro ankohwe oba 7 months in office wakwa G1 any TV3 say wo de no wa bobra papa bi ansa na ye ma si wo yira fisa 2024 wo kwatena ho the same TV3 ka say akofado de ahotira ba anti oba PTA kura wanya sika ntopatro anko 7 months in office what's wo de now ye self-made man and sana wo ba be DC won wo fisa ne wo kan bia no eni wati but sanya man na wo kan nyina ne empese be gu anim ase because you have class look at the number of students or more political science yes. Is one of the leading coursework and cry so you need a respect into the meme join it say you go and masia emwa and I'm atremo by my withdraw nko patch na on one information no you be hold other chief executive officers here. Professor Gyampo I suppose you are need the dress say the first class in a day etukwano you be hold one responsible nko patch NPP you timid na ye hura MPP for ye be yam say ye be na because of so mu fi say wo do ben je ye koko hura nko patch
me de on timi hura me o hey mo ba de hura me chema
nko patch
wo be de hura me
on fa radio station no any MPP for no nya no fa nka wo ya here ye be hu ne be si okoto and nokre ni say ye de yewura ba omi akwa ye mmere but a man for be within the MPP na say one who say Honorable Kennedy Agyapong team
right
producer Munso sa letter no from the office yo yes. They design a letter
right
now obi wo Kennedy office ho and the letter and send me. Omusi aye bo pose makwako kan obi hu asem nti no. Omunye letter say Christian charismatic youth association one aba say they should call Abronye to order. Now this is the letter. Christian charismatic youth group of Ghana. Omanya smart unim. Obi wo ne campaign office wo. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong campaign office. No nipa no frame. No catch him say you planning ade any Sunday say you be yes a letter we near the attack Baumia say you Baumia na ma wo kwa kasa senti enye letter no once omunye smart nti when they wrote the letter omu the date by all right Mose Christian charismatic youth group of Ghana near the kind Christian charismatic youth of Ghana be any wa ko register general home register Ebiam omo wie ye no se mo ye release se mo nkoro Abronye to order yes. Se media bia na obi pese ono mu di nkoma no contact enti nipa ne frame no no scan letter no o scan yes o mu nti anya yie e ba ye na Kennedy Agyapong watermark e boso ene negusu yi all because ye ba be kwaba enti ye incite Christian community against Yewura Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Ano de emboa.
Na yen say kuo no. Because yan nwene dia mese no. Unim say sa na course the last election. Say men nwene dia mese no na makwa akoyere. Ebi na o ma start here no. Enti me ma MPP for who this letter. Said the letter was designed, prepared everything from Kennedy Agyapong campaign office. Yes. I will register general department here. Womuni kuobia ye friend Christian charismatic youth group of Ghana. And a telephone number obi person ni group we kasa say am person almost say Baumia should call me to order Ghana for letter a telephone number from away. You are not smart. Most of them in Nam Chroma say, Muya smart. Until you know, Sanyama win a Sanyama. And no MPP leadership like they were putting pressure on you to apologize. I won't apologize.
Look,
they are using this Christian MPP leadership on. Or more use this Christian issue, no more the blackmail Baumia. The truth must be said. What the blackmail na? And ye say.
Yeah.
Maybe the man who has a semicano, I'll tell you. Because so at the be a quasi quating. Producer for another screenshot to not to so. Quasi quating a coposua, Medicro. Near.
And also on this same
Christian issues, religious, everything directed toward
Mboye as a party chairman. You know, you nipa bako. I see a kind of boom. Chairman, Okaya. Abronye was secondary school, no boarding house. You Muslims, you Jews. Obia kwa sorry and now being kwa sorry. You know, that baby for
absolutely
classroom. Sabi o me ye homework na me hu a metumi kɔ adamu hɔnom na adamu ayɛ den akyerɛ me adamu nkɔ asɔre deɛ but ɔkyerɛ me adeɛ ɛma ne ka me tirim mpo se ebia me teacher na ɔgyina me class and
exactly
ɔmo yɛ ɔmo aduane a sabi ɔmo tibi ma yɛ meboa
yes
nti aden na ɛsɛ
ɛyɛ MPP for nana they just want to destroy because
we have to condemn it
deɛ ɔmanya no
right
but you see if so be a now, one would me tell letter.
Yes.
So because me my cock will be one sem, of which my can and I can. But the war producer said, Namo tell some of the things in Pesako Muyi Quasiquating in the
statement.
Screenshot Quasiquating, I gave it to you, and then would have bought Munia Momo can honorable Kennedy videos in me.
On religious background, ye kwa Mboye chairman.
Yes.
We are one people.
Say what one say wo chichire niema. Eso hu say niema tentenwo etaroto no. Ye mu bi no ye decide say ye nko ho. Because we want to build a party. But if they are not careful, and ni sports person ko kan ai asanko repeat near honorable sticker kan ye no. Some po ye be incite Christian against Yeurabomia. Kwasi kwati wenora he posted that yesterday.
We don't have to go there.
Na that level no.
Right.
Eyebia Baumia no mo de be blackmail no. But yenom dia yete krom ha ne de. They should be ready say atentenwo tetara omoto. Na eye party ne epese ebede.
Yes. Kan yin na ye hobo.
Party epese ebede nti ne ya dey. Ye din. Na mom se mo pese mo kɔ ne saade a. So obi ankɔsoro obi ade.
Jama mesre.
They should be very careful.
Yeah, mesre.
Na no saade we ekoso yo. Wo mo create message at the man DC.
Mesre. Say ye kan ye hobo.
Yeah.
As a party, bia a day religious division, a day class, and any type of segregation be a beba na chairman. Mesre. Say yen kan yin na ye ho.
Eba say dia.
Saade ni bia no ese mpanimfo mutwa ha. If this statement is out there now, Mesre, so come be free both camps. Now come monka nukrene woman say near mo ye no.
Ebasa party head office almost letter head yasa.
We seriously have to come together, chairman.
Ebasa they will tell you say we don't have a letterhead.
Yeah, yes, now winning 2028 will be very difficult.
Whereby the party is running. Say, and ne to me wo videos I can say yeah, boy. Unim niente ane key pastors. Want to saw more NPP assembly.
Yeah.
Like near party in paying for pastor comedy ya and no money in our spirit. When was the last time I want to mention Otabenka? A miracle bien and no one. Nandisi fuaba, no mababe dinner tem. The antenna na andisi for the Otabera tem. Niente no mudi and mensa Otabera tem say, almost a young people into a moment and caso chroma.
No crap.
Almost timid dinner tema me do by being papa say. NPP asem na me koka o mo fi say me NPP ni dia me nkasa biem o ma we ni ye no Professor Mate
no correct
and okay president moderator and this force so no mu wa ha
no correct
we ni nam eduru babi wakwa akoda o se me nkasa
yeah no correct
Reverend Kusi Boateng
yes
producer Momo Reverend Kusi Boateng near Kevin Taylor ka kire no Momo sa video no na utie nsem o kan ya but NDC gina NPP sa atofofo we num nyina ne omo so omo nkasa all because NPP mpanfo akuma omo sunsum
no correct
enti party ben na mo beldia montimi nye anyina pia e de se hunahuna mo.
Or you sue as $56,000 back.
It was, sir, Moria, prior to the 2020 election, Omo had that plan is a yenitro. Yamfangu, at Sofubia, ye fisa or ye MPP Nibiano. Let's finish him. What is the NDC issue letter say? Near Omo Yeno, it's a Christian community. Yeah, the to me issue letter near appointed. Somebody's on the head of the Christian community. When some you could see what a Reverend could see what him fast. Because NDC who say NDC so no my fan whatever be our own be a convention na year they will bring you down. And the yenye could see what who fee so be don MPP dia yeah they dirty. Nti ebetias ma di watem. MPP me kan kire me say Reverend Kusi Boateng the ono de cast of Christian community ho a enye yi omo me kan kire me. The MPP should come and tell me. Say Reverend Kusi Boateng on Christian community ho. Pastor Mensa Otabe, the MPP should come out and tell me say Pastor Mensa Otabe on Christian community ho. Then people should come out and tell me, say, Reverend Professor Mate and Christian community one. But Kwana yet the sanko for way fast, na MPP ye ding, and no moon naso among MPP assembly. Because ye one man you what na, and this you will never do that. Young Connie and ye, Nano ya Kotwaba, what is said the former Attorney General. And this is a propaganda tiana, so you should military. Yes. In everywhere. But Kobiano, the government legal advisor and chief prosecutor, ni security, state in Niagara. Uko UK, uko Germany, uko US, the government legal advisor, even in America. They don't joke with the Attorney General security because on the chief prosecutor,
yes, a new one.
Ghana ha Attorney General, court. Yes, soldier dinachi, and this is a press conference. Sami Jamfi a press conference say the chief legal advisor court. Now, soldier ni dinachi, soldier ni bakun. Abanya Jumano and yes, so of no. So just send the do of Fachi.
Even Attorney General and Chairman on Akukudam companies, businessmen, I can see finishing at any time.
Ometimabo to
anytime into
advice.
Exactly. And so this is for so much to be done. I said, don't get here. The soldiers in the dinner.
So just three,
and no dinner. Almost swearing as the board chair of Ghana Port and Harbors. The deal of this time, I soldier for any dinner. On Kitashi, on the Roman, and the politan bag crowd, the master for Mukura. Nibi be a soldier for Nikura. Bakukura, yes, and a popper of politician and public.
Soldiers,
and so, and this
is soldiers in a politician in Papua.
Chairman Blay, I know ye NPP chairman. Even in Team Crampo,
when you saw police
Crampo and dinner.
I Freddie Bray and you saw police
and dinner. And now a soldier for me in a D. Yera, I see a dunket. Naturally, so much you are ah, now, or no, as a chairman of the ruling party, no.
And about time.
What governmental rule no or players or money?
Military. NGC national time.
Police cramp.
And no, you super military.
And on one can personal bodyguards cramp one. You
Your party organized a press conference against Godfred Odame say Attorney General or you soldier ni garden. Omonte ase da.
Hypocrisy ni.
And now I said don't get the national time and your police military.
And no more mokasa tia nyina obaye ne ba so de na kwa koto.
Ne ba ni come so mu didija no. So mu didija no onya sika no bi.
Ba ko ye MP. Ba ko eda
MPD and the dean of the tone also. On the name of Yina of five. And Yanni Banano
Alabi wife at the board.
And I'm a Basu deputy CEO. Deputy CEO.
Tony Obing.
Doshala be banner deputy CEO. Yes.
Tony Obing. A CEO Petroleum Hub. And then Fifi Quote wife. A
managing director Consolidated Bank.
Tintrono Muchatu. Yasuni nyina omo bae wonhu ne omo ye.
Ne wife we managing director, say the wife on the managing director Consolidated Bank. And family and friends. And now most achem no e wo fine.
Gonna for sure. Inti me media minim say ne no me ekono. 2028 NPP will come back. I know. Because enyo mo omo tu hunto so nyina no omo
ye west.
Omo ye west.
Na high should ye bechi omo fia.
7 months me. Check. Mobile 7 months and summer SC within 7 months. You to me try 1 year your time. You to me try 1 year.
So the fear had the betuomo. The piano, you better expose you more.
No bia show when you mre. Because una wa kukudra wo kan okreno. Everybody is watching.
Yes.
Because other stations no ebinum ya o mefre. Monka money akwa we nkasaba omunim sa Abronye de.
I'm going to hide all the bar.
Wow, station. Me, I'm going to
hide your man. Come as
Hannah Ghana.
You wouldn't right to be a sober frewa.
Hannah Ghana tea.
What's you say? Wouldn't right to be a sober frewa. This is me, I'm a Tiasiama, of
course.
Yes, Matiasiama, damn, but only right. I am man's rushing.
That's our problem. Away in Yan and the same phone to me control. And baby, I know
Nipo control me Kakrabi and my wife, and only a 10% of Niaka. And no me ana ma hada tia ma no
anso no ne de o wife o ye de man so de o mo ana o mo control o mo ana o mo hwe o mo ana o mo ye manager
wo de ania de ne ko ha ko ne beku
anokre
unya aduane ni nti ya 10% no kwa ze me be ye no 5%.
Gara mfo mo sori
o na se de ma so ya di no gara mfo mo sori o na se ma so ya Mama, give me a macho.
I know you better look what you.
Hey, now we need to
Nabi.
Yachi, former managing director, I buffer stock. So them since last week.
Yes.
And then week I'm up.
No crap.
Ogusu Damonya Bay.
I'm for man.
Dabi.
Yes.
Na name wo ha na me se making kind document bi. Me ko fa 2025 appropriation bill. And na me hwem. Hannah no.
Yes.
You ko so mama ne bail one ne yire ne nyina 80 million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Unim say Yoko 2025 wo mo budget nuru 80 million. Ayo mama.
Sakunet abanwi.
Tio ayada institution wo budget enuru 80 million. No binya asemba ha o man bail a o se ni bail condition e 80 million. Ni asi no. Ayo me menchira me mfa me ma mo show document ni nchira.
No that be not so de bia you are factual.
Ni asi no obi a ono ne se wo mo obi bail. Ye ma sign with justification 80 million Ghana cedi no. Budget abandi ama Yoko 75 million Ghana cedis. Breaking news we wo no. Obia budget 75 million no. What's the accused person and our suspect who money pay 80 million justification mara wo dem mo fanto so ne yam
na chama unima ye ba ye nyame adom na NPP baba ka on ye chewa ndc ni bia ye be chini bia so kofa Yesu cross na ba Yesu cross na ye born memudua wo be bia wo bia so mo kofa ba
and on beko akosene
ye bill na dabi
and this ye ba on beko akosene no answer tetia Daniel ye dini jina jatabu sa Daniel no
mo kofa na bra
ono na emesa ye mpe Daniel bia Daniel na ojina jatabu ma jatanti ma nwene no ono meye surety
omo ye ba
ye nkata for 50 million bra Daniel na ojina jatabu
no
jatanti ma nwene no ono kwa
kofa na bra baby osebia
esa ono se obesan
asani ama obe
dabi ono na emesan uber ma
okay ono na so obesan okay
surety se ye ka se surety a ye gi e Daniel na okogina jatabu mu
kofa na bra
no mesan ma a haide nipa busuani bia begina ma ye nye ye de Daniel obi obenya asem bia Daniel
2028 2029 Ghana be ye there
breaking news bia ba ese me de tudwa and sana ya started with Professor Gyampo. Yes, ebinum be disappointed and anumre na mom breaking news, take it from me and one ebesie. Breaking news aba free Jubilee House fikesie mu ne say. The suspended Chief Justice. Ye nyina nim say sa hwe proceedings na ekoso no a. Maame no onye bone. Maame no onye bone. And some of them ato no so nyina no. Maame na tima ya no ama committee members no wo mo nim mra no kura nim say. Maame no enye bone ne ho son. Na mom aban no na aka kire committee members ne say wo mo ne maame no ntimi nyere enye adwuma. And this for nyina encouraging President John Dramani Mahama abo madwene mpo say wo mo ne Chief Justice Araba Esaba Seki Tokono entimi nya adwuma. That far say committee no maame no adwuma defending ho a fundings no esese e favor no enya sa na beba na fundings no anhwa enipa ba akopɛ ene beka say ono de osusu say maame no enifo na mo enipa nan aka ne nyina no ɛyɛ atentia ɛna omo de betia maame no a ho report be da muntie ne ye na munkipu recording so me say enipa no mo ka maame na asɛm no at the end of the day enipa ba ko ene beka say ono no de ofi say maame no anya dan kwadu omo de abɔ ne nyina oni ho fo enti ye man kwa no nkoye hu adwuma enipa nan aka no the aban no eka ne atentia ne tro yemu kom yem fa asem to so na yem pamo na yen suit the government agenda no omo dey ready to do it. And the breaking news every Jubilee House no say see America say no omo consider 3 Supreme Court judges. Breaking news everybody say 3 Supreme Court judges ena eda table so a emu baako aye July bosomi ya no emu baako ena be the Chief Justice ya maame Justice Araba Esaba Seki Tokono me kan na nwumrei the suspended Chief Justice me kan na nwumrei mo what say ne asibia no fama nyame na hwehwe abrabo foforo because fundings na eba no me ka tro say ye breaking news o ma for ma dwena wie say wo mo no ntimi nyere enye adwuma asisi ame no ka say no 3 Supreme Court justices and omo ba be yi mu baako na the possibility say and the acting Chief Justice in Sanka post no high na mom enipa miensa no o ka ho bie enipa miensa no o ka ho bie mo me de the 3 Supreme Court judges say Mubako Nebenya, the Chief Justice, the month of July, and then 3rd July. Supreme Court judges say Mubako and the Chief Justice of this country. One more Pama, men say on coffee because NDC and Pesa Money Bayer Juma. And the producer, Monfa 3 Supreme Court judges, and Fantuja, Namen Kansem. Yawa Justice Emmanuel Yone Kolendi, or ye leading a year Sisia Ameno Kase, so called Dubri Haswa, Wamomu or my a abimum the appointing authority, a considano, and or ye leading Justice Emmanuel Yone Kolendi, or ye leading. Someone said the month of July, ye woman, and now 3rd July. Someone that's what I say when ya Chief Justice na, a man in Yamuwa. Hey, your Justice George Kinsley Kumsin. Continue. Ono nienti a omodene ba mu ne say. Chief Justice ya omudi na ni ya. No omo pam no wo mreko a onye bone. No omo se onko fie no. Nienti a omode Justice George Kinsley Kumsin abam. Ebia ombetim di amana mana ye ne say. Ma me no omo pam no mana kofi a onye bone. Na on from a man mra na juma oye only who for say judge and say on also free central region. Continue. Justice George Kinsley Kumsin every central region. And the NDC for no one say appointing authority ni say e wom say maameno ye di nani manakode and na central region for buafu. Se central region buafu ebefu dia and ye yempe obi a or what central region yam fanimra? Continue. Yampe obi or what central region yam faninyere? MSC Justice Araba Esaba Sakitoko no anai. Sabaya the good people of central region no ebe hun say apam obi of free central region dia ye di nipa foforo free central region ababe replace no. E discussion e koso dubli house. Continue. The acting Chief Justice, Justice Paul Kwadwo Bafuboni. Wababa ye almost say no or ye abattoir on them. Omo hun say because Ninia Asom President Mahama aye delayed Bafuboni. Radio go the yere aye ne dia. And you say no omo hun how to handle the case but still no oguso can contenders who say Obetimanya, ontiminya, but the nipa miensa we the month of July, emubako, and the Bay Chief Justice. But I can say, for now, say, the 2 leading contenders, Justice Emmanuel Yone Kolendi, Justice George Kinsley Kumsin, and the 3rd the acting Chief Justice. Continue. Nandiana 50-50. But Sani Pami and Sawe breaking news will hear TV Hannah say and Tom from and Faba Bia Nipami and Sawe a Mubako because Omufi say and this fee say or Muno Mubet Maya day a year Juma. But the acting Chief Justice the end I doubt. Yawi Momo nedating to a Jumana Media Bremon Kukudro. Yenya kukuduro say enkrofo bitimi sori say ye hu ade a yen kan say de esitie nya sa oman ne ye
enti ye bebo na baso na minim se chairman wo be show hanom so ode akukuduro ye adwuma endra enwoma bebre na ekoso ewo aban mu a sebi ensem fata ansa na aban beba chairman so be kaya nkofo bebre brandi omo so omo ye neutrals. Continue. So one of the among joining a manual copia. Jamai, Andra Meno Casa breaking news about and say, a year near lawyer Jantia. What could GMPC board? And so they be answer na buying the Bebano, answer na NDC Bebano. No, yes, also your CPP or your neutral. And so one more buy.
Almost service almost
exactly. Nti
sisi ano o service o stomach ya. Na o ma ye o mo se o mo
Chamai.
Say Yanyevi.
Emma, see, I'm no case. No ma ekosu krom.
Your friend, ya two mudi abam papa.
Oh,
your friend abam papa.
Ya reho. Enti ohwa, me no case Andra ni Tony Obi wife. Oma calling no NEIP board so.
Ono so is Tony Obi ya wo kan. Woni nsa wa kwaje chief executive petroleum hub.
Yes. Or the wife akwakoto.
Woni nsa ye chief executive officer. Petroleum hub lo say NPP mobra. But NPP na de petroleum hub. Ye na de ba na aban ya yi no. Aban yi ni wie ye no. Ono no de ne wife akwakoto ayi board so.
Chairman ya. Into Osha, Professor Gyampo no money na sebi omudi aban ani a time President Akufo-Addo di abanda na President Mahama ba ye nyina wa mo nyina appointment. Wa mo nyina appointment. All the so-called neutrals are.
Omo nyina Kobi Mensa no nyina.
Into be the radius say Nyankopon ema NPP betena fie. No one may who the true colors of encophobia and almost you are neutral. It was a plan. No, no, a planting or moko planting.
It was a planting.
NDC for
they were financed by the NDC.
Sally, they promised them. They promised them, say, some more years are dear way the money. Ye bar, yes, so ye be mamu appointed.
Our document winning 2024 and beyond. A comprehensive NDC strategy. Or more documented in 2021.
It's plan no more education.
And one or more education. So my year 2024. They have started the 2028 one
agenda.
As I say, MPP for now. Omo musro say, "Sao agenda no within the MPP no. MPP suro say, "U break agenda na you won't survive." And painful nim NDC the next 2024 agenda na MPP for painful nim. But omusro because I'm here assemble. But omusro, but usro say, "Obi the agenda ba winning 2024 and beyond." We're winning 2024 dear no. We started 2028. Monka hurry. Now we are what catch the party supporters say we are winning 2028. Why now wo ye no? Furu me, na. Wo mo ye party supporters no. Every fine.
No crane say the new coming, the young and upcoming MPP, young guys no. You different breed. Yet now one ma enkofo bi ense dan koye san yoma na aba me yakwa lusu bi o no
wona me ba ya adwene say san krofo na omo promise MPP fo no bi no omo promise your food soldiers any party masse we are winning 2028 no wo ma fra say align omo with the MDC
no kra papa
but we are no kra wo social media wonya radio ni TV we are winning 2028 me who say womo ye party manu furumi
time in fact the question no say ye bomodin and ye kan ye ho bom because abai no kra nyame oni bibi papa bia amaka
aje no baba ye
oni bibi papa bia amaka
every government bia no o first you know a good way by be hu adwuma second me no ka say adiama ekoso no within 7 months
yes
taxes in Kwani electricity tax 18%.
Oh, chairman.
Abanyo ka say oba we will pay realistic tariffs, and now within 7 months in the history of this country.
Yes.
Aban be about 7 months. Electricity in Kwam amranti omunya adwuma eba betua no 18%.
Chairman, ya rehosem. And unim taxes on my device. Chairman, taxes on my device and say anytime bia mo de taxes bia eba be bugana fo ko mo no o mekwa kwoti MPP
appointee ni ba ko no mo de akata so
Kofi Dwuma Andra nasem enya sem bia
so we
so abra Andra no anka sem anka se Ghana fo nyina atene ne se electricity ye no abra President Akufo-Addo time obetena so 8 years 1 to 2 man he bia no we no mo buy within 7 months 18.5%.
Yes.
It's 2.5 na beka ho no.
Omachi Kofi Jima di akata so.
Akata so munim so mo pese Ghana for adwene beba so.
But auto electricity na.
Exactly.
I show was so.
Exactly.
And auto electricity baba ni to ya 2 weeks.
Chairman,
electricity ni ko.
Chairman, can you imagine say banku rubber mo de titire banku no. Any plastic omo auto take away ni ade a omo ye endra omo increase plastic.
Yeah, 7%.
Yes.
7%.
It this time no.
Quality bag in the cost.
Oton bidie oton
everybody
obi oye bibia oton ade a ye de rubber shemu bia no. This time the rubber na 20 pesos per pack grandpa. This time I saw who so budget be 5 cedi.
5 cedis was 7%.
Because baby a ye do no chairman yan hwe ne ye a ye be so lie obi obekwa akoto ade wa abontini bia oton banku abonti o meka se rubber ni wona fa otanse.
Omo say and this my etiase say and crime for digitalization.
Yes.
No mo pedoko no.
Any
makwa no she pa yi makoyira wade ni bi. So de what na kura se se me. Uni makoyira wa meswa ye twi. Osin crime for no de nya meswa no no mo de yes ton sa no. No mo de nchena me dok. Se no ayi plastic ayi na akwa 7% no. Enka doko no.
Ebeka doko no.
Na Ghana for rejected 1% e-levy.
And obia no tia.
And you be no tia.
Betting tax in the crown, you be no tia.
Akraha. Aduma for Quaduma no pa. Adriana Motonic Casepa no pa the community when you watch it. Any kenke. Go to the Bank of Ghana, lay more. Kenke no. Maybe
no crack. Chairman, inti obi bia oto aduane no pa enumre ne awia bia no rubber na ode be hyem no John Mahama at 7.5 atoso inti that means
yes you pay 1%
o kokoto ade na sebe o ebia plastic container na ebia wakoto fried rice na ene omoka kiro say plastic eyi na omodi hyem no pe plastic a normally kura ampo ne bi o hono ma plastic no mo be show maka kiro say take away pack ne ya 1 cedi
1 cedi so
say what 7 here I'm sure you bet you 3 cedi
3 cedi for plastic bowl yes 3 cedi
ni na no e bet you akwa 3 Ghana cedis
yes
rubber na pack omo be take away omo be the amount
yeah.
And this is abanya sebe
or promises say
enso kire say bibia
abanya sache water if say 7% cost there what this means is sache water because rubber no dey
exactly
nti abanya o ka kire Ghana for say ahiafo ohia TV for ntimi nton suo nom na nsuo bo aye dene no ena de polythene bag ye de ye nsuo no abana de 7% aye dey atu and bear in mind they say Ghana ha nante about 98% of Ghanaians use such water.
Drive
everywhere passengers so such water no and that's such water.
Chairman me no can say almost $1 ba from and so still your 50 pesos.
Yes.
No matter plastic no naturally say we are likely to buy in so 60 pesos. About the 10 pesos. In the coming weeks, don't be surprised. Say Association of sachet water producers,
yes, water producers, yes.
One make catch there say
it's an institution they cannot be running at a loss. And I'm
terrible.
Yes, a organization, a company, and they cannot be running at a loss. And just buying the 7% ya so buying just as Canada. Or no nya juma man buy. Or ya juma the tuane workers ka. If a water such a producer who gen 7%. At the time now buying be buy and such a producer no 11 no be quite known to be. And you'll be on the tier like you said, you know. But whether you like it or not, you know, obi or no mun so be I ba betua 7%.
No correct, Chairman. And this is the end say one more yard there. One more see they be on mobile for here for by no correct. O share the real more tax in your man. And no man ebeka obia wo man no and no more ba.
Electricity in 7 months.
Very good. What
Baba ni oye adwuma e day ni nyina na. Baba ye wase hai anybody a mimi yimiti oye day oye adwuma day ni nyina na e bia ni sesi nyina no e bia 200 Ghana.
Yes.
Sa baba no eto electricity 200 Ghana within a week no na adanem from aneko nti uba man no head hairdresser ni
sika nyina ne mfaso nyina
abaya sana fa kwambi so
ɔde prepaid
awia ne nyina sika obenya no abana fa kuntu na se
asana osanso kofi ansu a odware no wa aban asanso atomu 4.5%.
Yes.
Into ne water bill no ebe sanso ayeden akosoro sabi o nsu a obenom te se bi onam traffic mu na sachet water nsu obenom no rubber na nsuo no gum no aban atax no at the cost 7%. Into nsu a na sabi o turn 50 pesos e wa aban dada no so no sisi am na o ka say it's likely to go to 60 pesos.
Yes, it's likely. Another day automatic because once ya ono e produce ade no obia no oba run company at a loss until ne aban no na no oba na so 2.45% no or say water remain unchanged. It's a lie. Wonim ne ntia water remain unchanged no na me hwe na ya omfisa omo ye smart. You know Safik or Tremade our petroleum contract. Right. PUSC boss. Right. Yeah. Right. Na nientia omoka say water remain unchanged in say. Yes. Sa 7% we no. Omo de kwa akwaje from water producers no. So omo fi say omo kwa na ko school because on farm ma water ne direct no maka say ya to water ne electricity mo. Enti yemfa no yemfa no nkonkwa plastic mu. Enti what all obi oye water producers ni obi oye yibia no ye de akwako enti hwano wo manya water for
Chemaya and natural say in the coming weeks and months ne there and mo ba be ye de pound
what you say hono manya
what you ko kan wo ba bi o mo se dollar na ba form
yes
dollar na ba form and so prices nyina it remains the same.
Yes
Chemaya, it is very appalling. And now, near Chairman's room crown is a chairman, unim say Ghana for a started complaining, say, in Suaya Digari Siciano, and call for a Cassa Cicia research urban and say, Ujariano Pana Hoki Kawa, and so who say Galamsi na air cosono.
Baba hit you.
Class 2, almost say lead. So him, your friend say lead.
Yeah.
As a mineral component, no chemical component.
Yeah.
Almost say contomre and the carrots and the vegetables are because of galamsey ni ade nyina
and na udi yard just say e problem me abada yi e hwe na say leaves na eba ne vegetables na eba na na ma free ase experience enema because udi vegetables na unya the normal text na yenim wo ye nkura na se no and ade no so aka life ne everywhere you go no nti hwe ya no nam se no let me go and do liver and kidney test because enema ye di se koye mu no because of the galamsey and ye kan obra ye wa ban mu say NDC report to ne research ye ba ye nyina tama galamsey be ye galamsey okroma no galamsey started 2013 besin nen NDC na di galamsey ba okroma 2013 and President Mahama himself Durubabi ka say wapeja nensa onka galamsey assembly na nienti adabia onya Ghana for some fast one so se Ghana for yera yirefire obi a ono 2013 2015 obepeja nensa say onka galamsey assembly no 8 years yachi nipa no ba be promise Ghana for so obe kwante galamsey and now what are we seeing and na dia na yehu
report ni o say galamsey cassava contomre plantain, garden eggs, and pepper harvested from Etua West in Eastern region contain high concentration of lead, which is harmful to the human health. Institute for Environmental and Sanitation Studies. Because Galam say no, because President Mahama say gold board no, and your mass sikana etumia jina ni nyina no. You have to sacrifice. What was that video? No,
yes.
Or say a sacrifice and you continue with the galamsey because galamsey no. Ebua my yesi na day.
Ejina so. Okasa no was.
Ghana for the
produce at monitoring video.
Ghana for you. We have to choose one. Yes, say your person your dollar no ejina and eba from.
And I say your bedi aduane
awu. Your bedi awu.
And ne galamsey na NPP. Ye kase ene aban ne kase NDC me make commitment to say ombe jai galamsey 2024 2020 unin so omansi ho and now me no kase no who wura dwama
right
body ba ko sei
right
10 series.
Can you imagine, chairman?
All because ya tenasi galamsey kona na do kukuriye no a man for the year politics e mane affecti NPP in 2020 elections and nobody can say galamsey fight na ye de ba ye de bobo nipa ho nkwa no galamsey no NDC fo anusu amfa nye campaign ma asade na NPP. The Galamsey fight affected MPP. We lost seats. We lost so many seats right from the assembly elections in 2019. Transmogrify be affected in the.
Chairman, you tell some who.
And you may poison
Ghana, you mistake, pal.
Yes.
See your coffee and coffee where you do your mobile.
The idea Nasaka Ghana for your Mungo Quine. Nanko Mudma MPP the peace of mind to fight, but Ghana for no buy the NDC propaganda. And now Galamsey no way. And now you really President Mama is telling us, say, Galamsey no, and a babwa mine economy Najina.
Oh.
And now, Galamsey people, you see, ye kwakoto excavators, and the amomo, no mu to go do na, ye better task force, no mu to go do na niyaji. What are you promoting? And then, God Boadu say, or no amone kwakoto excavators,
yes.
No ma monitor,
right?
No mu ye Galamsey na, there will be a task force no, not just say no much, and then God Boadu some better task force.
Chairman.
Na uto godwa father say wa mo de task force ko monitor do ade na reko mo say excavators God Boadu so be here excavators am de confine
time chairman, can you believe sir in a fight of Galamsey no never did any constituency chairman ekoko hold this soldier ni
abiasi
sir oba hanu na wa ba gi permission and female constituency chairman.
You have no right to enter the
money who cool soldier ni o.
Yes, also ya mema ya yiwadi. Producers won person na man nyina amra. Also ya mema ya yiwadi. E so give permission. Otimi block soldiers.
What is the President Mahama account?
Dabi.
Arrestus Asari don't condemn you here with the videos. President Mahama has never condemned the constituency chairman. Naturally, say no Ukraine meaning Papa no efwa Galamsey. So
let me tell you say strategy or my doctor say na maybe woman na ma say omo to na mbobopo oh ebedura yi station we dey ebetum enche utuma na me nipa bia na utum you can cross it
okay
ade bi wo transnet say odwena e say hu nipa
na ma fa no chairman
agro outio e nipa bi wo e say hu say ntokwa bi wo ha man kokura wo nkonwie
na wo dey wo back here dey wo that's how dey your undefeated
dabi ntokwa ne bi wo ha
oh di ba ko no undefeated chairman Abronye
ntokwa bi wo ha wo kokura e say hu nipa ne say ba bia me de ntokwa ne ko me ne and the one
to me and okay
prayer my father said this Galamsey fighting
yeah
omunyi o ma frɛ all constituency chairman for omuye Galamsey
right
ukwa bibia ni a
right
constituency chairman na ye Galamsey abetua a major road that ya na asphalt from Obuasi to bibia ni no wa ye Galamsey na ma kwan no aba be ye one way police in chain police in yadan anche no na wo ma frɛ wo mo aka kyerɛ wo mo sɛ obi anye Galamsey no na Ghana for de monyene mo honye eduru 2027 a ye be intensify fight no na Ghana for ahu sɛ we are doing something and to ma ka kyerɛ wo
sɛ okay ye nyanto abane nti no
yes omo so se de obi anye na dwuma ya ma omo to omo from now to 2027 obi anye na dwuma 2027 June na buy no I started aban be declare shoot and kill aban be declare
because 1 year to election
yes. And now what to say NDC ni bi akotena radio so akondem Galamsey
obi ani honum so far omo by 7 months obi ani
what is obi akondem Galamsey
including the president
almost 2027 June number starting it just 1 year to the elections. Wow, we will shoot and kill. Yeah, but you say no more the big gun
for 3 years. A shopping
spree. 3 years a buffet.
Okay.
3 years a buffet. Serve yourself.
Chairman, not just research now. Environmental idea bano say contumely ni adie lead no
as say JD
e be say your kidney ni liver no inform mo
odabi me so mo say June 2027 again plan on my own workshop and say na NDC Ibrahim Montala
yes
obeye environment minister
yes
okovawo TV3
right
any G1 say
right
obe make sure say obi anye galamsey o ma frɛ na won no. What is our Kasabi? What Ibrahim Montala, environment minister, what in Kasabi? Because my warning is say, or the Sadi and Ba Mwa into a Munina.
Hannah Bissiw Ken Agyapong.
Yes, and then you may almost da obesi for the Simono. And ye either send a Jumano, on you ready, because you're a Jumano. So I ben am sort to change crop for. Yes.
To soon send it the informer
who will be found. I'm sure Munira Pesica because with him. They promised them jobs.
Right.
Yabama Duma, I buy a baby Biako Yen Galam say to the sense a woman organizer in one of the Obuasi constituencies. Yayen MC.
Because of Galamsey.
Because of Oye Galamsey Takum. Yasana man MC account. Such a woman now Wayeno. Oye Galamsey Takum. Why MC, you know, meaning Obiba send the picture and the Abreme. Yeah, pointing to Galamsey woman, original Galamsey site. Galamsey no ya NPP yi penswa. Say Yura mama by wa pointing as a municipal chief executive. Yes. That is what is going on in this country. Near ye katre Ghana for no, nye ne ye hu adwuma. And no take you to the chief imam. A rep now. Yes.
Chairman, we are dead though.
Yes.
We are dead.
Yeah, me say we don't have life.
Because so almost 3 years no monko forest monko yes and na 1 year to election no. And omobe wone enkofo dia. Naturally say your research can na we already
we have a problem. And now who control over bia no abuna ni chi.
Chairman, and until Namati, the reason why I want to make us a Ghana phone sorry no.
Yes.
Because this is very, very.
Now one shara you are dying. One shara you are dying.
And until Nancy Chama, I'll be kidney cases, ne liver a ye case. So Adia Kufuado de Baya NPP, Yanka se power anti, ye support on ye de Galamsey. Because Okwa Western of why you to me walk running and many funny work. When we for President Mahama, Dabi. That is why I must say, June, they need the power. Power no more to say, now we are obey yare. Ye buy a sa a ye dialysis ya introduce you. At the end of the bar. Kidney ya Bema will be a dialysis on this idea. In fact, no Kolabusi numbers no crackosro. Mo ye buy ye no. Incest on back to a BB no. Oma katre. Oma issue statement say, Adiana Yura Baumia Lanchi start year Juma. Emma man for call ye be katre say ne dialysis no a free no. Under Yura Mahama, the health minister issue statement say ye come. Ya no crap. No crap. No crap. After NHI boss no crash or more day. Baby ship, sound or mocha. By ya started. Tio, Adia ya Lanchi. A man Crofua hospital. Aqua dialysis won't test. Now, free. No, my dear dance here say, me a patient. My aqua yebi. Free no at Omoba, you know my issue statement say you come. Now we are what catch them sa fena ye baby yen yen. I had you who can't some sana. No what Fatima Mufwana say, Womoye, a day nursery for ye did toffee. And day, Dada, Mana say, Ukita Kwadu, no afraid, Adri, Beji Kwadue, no Hura Kwajana, Adri Naba, who's Adri Neba, no San Crosso Cose, Adri Beji, Yan Nadi Kwadua Dada. That is what is going on. Day of prayer and thanksgiving.
na amanfo bebre kasae eyo man ne chichire oman ukwa amanone a ye de nokore na chichire oman no eye fita eye Ghana nkoa na mpanfo binum ehu sa de ye tuntuma ose a me kokan kofo ba bedi matam nti menyare menka na enipa se ufa babia or trendy wiase social media babia me say what the president man obetima di aye the chief imam rep na nra okasaye o manchichire ye hu se ade ekoso enye ne ye prezi ye hu se nipa na o ye ade na enye no oba ne ye prezi no ni din di Sheikh Abubakar Ahmed Kamadin Sheikh Abubakar Ahmed Kamadin Meboa. Correct. What the president manner? Until praise him, bia. What is wrong is wrong. What is right. Sana bro for the teacher of mine. Because I'm penny my bonnet. And nipane ya dear. Ya yenim ye kofia ne yakoka so adea mampanyini di ye chief justice ne de enyo ye tifia ne yeka ba ye ho mampanyina ne yakoye na tu wo yes a wo ye Judas what you fear wo no yire ene wo manyina cancer dear president John Mahama ye no enye wo John Mahama hey awa tu wo yes a wo ye Judas and just say, yeah, a lip service, any face service, at the Apebibia, after Yamfanchi Chiremai. Campaign manifesto. What catch they say, Yenya cap a 15 and 15. And now Menoka say we have 14 justices of the Supreme Court. Obi or promising 15, and they do 21. Yeah. Yes, any chief justice in Timinyere and Yejuma. Because we have an agenda. We are thinking about the third term bid, you know. So let's push the chief justice away and get our own chief justice so that we can get a favorable interpretation at the Supreme Court. We will go when we get our own chief justice there. Ye ko Supreme Court wa ye benya favorable interpretation. Article 60 says 2. Na ya kwa chirem. Now the argument ne say so omo Supreme Court wa omo file case na from now to August September somebody is going to the Supreme Court for interpretation. Article 60 says 2. And this is for na church. You see the kind of lawyers here omba representing Nipano. Yes, no mukwa. The argument is that. Mami read the argument yo mukwa ko make. Na ebesi so. Me read the argument here. And this is Supreme Court wa mukwa ko make. Or say, in addition to public propaganda, the NDC must pursue a judicial strategy to challenge the current interpretation of Article 66(2) of the Constitution. The legal argument should focus on the notion that 2 terms means 2 consecutive terms. Winning 2024 and beyond. Or say, TMA can be what that you. In addition to the propaganda about the third term bidding, then this must pursue a judicial strategy to challenge the current interpretation of Article 66(2) of the Constitution. The legal argument should focus on the notion that 2 terms means 2 consecutive terms. Since Mahama's first term was interrupted and he served his first term between 2012 and 2016, a legal case could be made that he is eligible to run for 2 more consecutive terms if he wins 2024. 2 terms means 2 consecutive terms. This is what is I bear witness very soon. We will see it in the, we will hear it in the media. It will happen at the Supreme Court. That will be the argument.
Yes.
And these are some of the things that as a separate in the army, and yeah, fresh a copacho. To Jagum Mana, I chief imam, I Sheikh Abubakar America, I Kamal, to Jagum the next topic.
Chairman, dear Papa Nakano, or you could prove for what to me say. As more can you nana, I say Yanku Ponsum, Concron, I be sending mu, and I all can, and your ma a bit to me as savvy or minor.
Yes.
Chairman, no crania me and him. Say you're a John Dramani Mahama, or yen term we not try term nedia. Chairman, or try term wo Kromo Hanoma. Say John Dramani Mahama, I try term. Say or sound so a cobio. Ono kwa abra wawie na yi empanifo mabesum nyina obia nyane de eduru no so obia awia na okọ aka 4 years owie wei na se enu ntia na opam yewura madam tokonu no de a ene at the end of the day na say Ghana fo hu say John Mahama e try term na ejabeto kroyi Ejabeto kroyim. And I may say or try or the qua to send your waka a blueprinter waka wahanum or trying quadia. So or person quarter terma. Ejabeto kroyim. Ejabeto kroyim. Because what do you tell me in every year?
Yes. In America, President Omalusu first 4 years, you know, first term Omalusu Omba Biemodini 4 years or
to say Donald Trump, oh yeah, on try
it because you are president.
Exactly.
Yes.
It is President Mahama, yes, sir.
Yes,
Emma or mine abo, your best row. Ghana penny your war. Uvia would ye, yes, sir, man penny. Snap, what's nephew, never the way I'll bet to me a boa momana conenim. Now one more munya chance, Emma Besum, you know. One more brano besum. Because we cannot sit down and no be nesi wo Togo yo. Na say ade yo mo koya e wonom. Ivory Coast nso the same thing. Ambo man no. Intibe de me ware she me say chairman. Bibi say nsi.
Yo.
Na imam ne de be o bi a chairman.
Oh.
I see e kono ye kosra no.
Alan Shirano.
Na yesra.
Obetima di president.
Yes. Yesra nyame Bambo kasiye
Obetima di president.
Because me sure say Embra wo share video now to me who say president and madam.
Contest independent candidate kwa major NPP.
Obetumi awini. Obetumi awini.
Yes. Original independent candidate kwa major MPP akodina chi.
Otanso wa akukuduro.
Oya akukuduro.
O akukuduro papa
na no ya. O de mansion so obebu.
Baby I see ade no kura to no Embra de to ye. Because e buy my minister nsem kan nyina o say chama utie ni a o say the judiciary is the only place say omo taye nyina ye so a ye be gane.
Yes, that is a fact.
No kura.
Investors bakuro biya mu a ne di kan omo hwe the confidence and the trust in the judiciary.
Right.
Because ordinary can never be wrong.
Right.
Now the judiciary in this country is shaky.
Correct.
Because of previous sentiment to be a Maya day. Mama say you better try to reset the judiciary to suit our agenda because you have a blueprint. I move follow. And the only thing ever mamo sa blueprint na ye mama hold on to power no. I say mobile reset the judiciary no. And to send Panaya Bonio, sa onye Bonio, Yabamana Kofie. And when you do this, the next government soon your opportunity eba. Adiana Baba, not just a time piano, the judiciary under attack. MY. So Papa hit here. Or hit him, my meme a day. And my who say what hit it at the end. You know, right? Yes.
For your cabema on any obia, to me, abra obia, I am not doing so be you come, no, no, bet me a general. A general, I can. No, I Doomsa levy, yes, here take effect of top levy. A buyer or promising reliable electricity. What they can the 14.75% yaba. What they can the 2.45% ayene.
aba like you just said say no ntino mo kwachi Kofi Gyampo kokata so no ene Hanan omo chi Hanan so ne yire ne gusu dam nti omo chi omo sa na omo de agbekata na budget ya sika omo budget omo ba be bu Ghana fo afa so no say ne the game plan ne say wo mo aban no ebekọ ayi bia na wrong move bia na corruption ani sika wia bia ba bekọ so a na omo akọche NPP ni ba akọ akata so adwene bekọ achie ne so na bone no me no ka say so fa 2.5 or 2.45%. Ufa 14.5%, 75% Kamboma, 17%. And sana 16 free. Don't so levy no. Eba be taking effect. Wouldn't him say don't so levy now mode by ye betriano. A bine san de Ghana dini. Aqua Jessica. So mode baby tuya electricity hunka. My more video now. Mama, on a book or drop on chroma video. Mama, what I say to Albert? A bind Dumso levy 1 Ghana and taking effect 16 for no. A bind Sandy Ghana dinny, Aqua World Bank, Aqua did $360 million. So I'm the baby to and the best of one can near problem. Ha, Dumso levy Nunquano, and the Maye 5.7 billion annually. Wow. Yes, 5.7 billion Ghana cedis annually. Adien yina mo de buy. Don't so levy no. Yedi kana tuya so kofa. The first 14.5% na yetuya, 7.5% yetuya yena. Mo say fuel supply ewum. Aye mo de bi beto fuel. Adia power yem plan. Nti yetuya ka wie. Ye da sore ya. Makofa 1 Ghana Dumso levy swaba. Eno afibia no ebe ma 5.7 billion Ghana cedis. Eno ati mo do man dini akọ World Bank akọ katre World Bank for say World Bank mamo 360 million mo de bi be yen kane ho adwuma. Very. Adia yetua ho kan 14.75% no. That was the explanation they gave. Ayi distribution losses.
Right.
Distribution losses in United Day. Eka ho and the code 14.75% no. And what and a modi Dumso levy yabayo. The distribution the 14.5% no. So kind letter ya me lecture sign here on 11th April 2025 for now.
Right.
Aye PRC executive secretary and Niama Miensa Ojina so. Or see the quarterly tariff review mechanism is essentially meant to avoid over and under recovery of revenues. Or see the quarterly tariff adjustment track and incorporate changes in 4 key variables. Namely, the cedi dollar exchange rate, inflation, electricity generation mix, and cost of fuel.
Right.
And the cost of tea, also cost of fuel. Dumso levy no, there. We are 14.75% no more the buyer. What see we should pay for the increment. Right. Namon found quite a cost of fuel.
Exactly. Into sa you now odi abasisi a opese 16 July or moje ayede
ama yetio
right
ye wie ya o makwa akofa ade a yetua mo se mo de kwa akoye cost of fuel no
yes
Dumso levy ni so no Dumso no ade na de Dumso ba when there is no fuel
right
there will be a Dumso
right
anytime biya
terminals
no hydro no ye use fuel bia beko off why ni fuel bia no Dumso ba and shortage bia beba bia no there will be a Dumso member and ye tuaka as a component no 4 key variables na mo de to electricity mo no fuel supply so sha 4 key variables no fuel supply dey ewom and it's a Ghana for at 14.75% electricity
exactly
na ya tua wie na ye da sore ya mo se mo akwa fa dumso levy na ayi cost of fuel supply na ye dia mo je di kana tua no a ye tua ka mo se mo de kofa fuel
yes
mo sana je dumso levy no so the same fuel mo wie ya makọ World Bank makọ akoduru World Bank mo ka kire World Bank for say omo ma mo $360 million
yes
na $360 million no mo di be social ayi like gender and other na mo wia distribution losses mo di bi akokere
ekofo way
na when it come to distribution losses we have an agreement with independent power producers
no IPPs no
in you know you the be generate
yes the national capacity no
you want nearby transmit
yes
and you want nearby storage in here e won na nearby ebe distribute
yes
there should be an agreement
right
how are distribution losses no company no one in a contract or be free main production you no to the consumer end no
exactly
losses no is it a 50-50 say losses so bad say na ye kono now you don't put
everything
the distribution losses to the consumer say and nay
yes.
we are going to pay the distribution losses. Na company no akwaje ne contract ya. Or not necessary say. And one, if we are paying, na say a buying koko sign power purchasing agreement.
Right.
Na say a buying na battery power no e dia free producer no IPP no wa.
Yes.
It is the duty of the government to make sure say.
Right.
The pipe system no be adwuma losses on your name enko because
West Africa gas pipeline for no
exactly yes. Because in the agreement you know
right.
There is a fixed rate here
right.
ye say ebia this energy amode ma ye no there is a fixed rate
right
nti ye tua wi a na say aban a ye tua fixed rate na ma no de nti ye Ghana fo tua fixed rate ne say ye tuama wo dia ye system ni ye say be ya ade ne nko waste
yes
this is the case ye tua ye fixed rate awie fixed rate no cover everything aban ne de ade ne breya oso odi ba na ebi anyunagu ne ntua
oh aban we ye dada for
and only distribution losses no
what dwene mu ndo a uhu eno na ono abokojo opon kroma kire ma ye na wo kire mu wa hai
that is the energy say ukoko sign me say under PPA no
right
you were the off taker
right yes
what you say
yes
and power producer
no correct
the power producer to say be a marry
yes
and on the government of Ghana
according
to agreement
yes
and to we be na power na you ready no
yes
as I say buying the kokofa
no correct
buying kokofa buying power producer na your agreement to say
yes
power na wo dey ba maye no
yes
Ghana fo betua in energy bia no kilowatt hour bia no
yes
1,000 measurement unit kilowatt hour bia
yes
and no na bia in a kilowatt hour bia no ebia we are paying the government of Ghana $1,000
right
na ya wie ni sa no
yes
na buy no the fixed rate atoso
right
sa power na wo dey ma mene wo dey ma government of Ghana ye ni
yes
the off taker no
yes
ye beji $1,000
right
in every hour bia na buy no the sa kana bre
right
nti ye tua nti sa scanner ye dey ma no the duty of the government so ba kwa say power na nam system no mu nyina buy no this scanner bi be kwa kwere ye this scanner ma buy no boso me nso ni buy na this scanner
sika no chama mo de dey ena sisi o ma pass bibia de abeku ye so
ayi kokohwede de ekochekra ma ye misan so che ne ye den nti wenum de odi sika ma omo de a eye sika nti omba omo di tropa makofo ado aban eye sika nti omo di trase ma omo ntoma ba omia
omo be pake akọ
ombe pake akọ and this so ba aban mu aba bi omo nya sika firi
energy
energy
no kra hey
yensin sign yenke say no energy sika nkwa sika amabodi na tiro afi bia no won benya 5.7 billion where ayo excluding the 17% where D11 kwa until 5 times 4 years
and this for
30 billion Ghana cedis D11
naturally say unko school dia and this ni betumi aton
oh yeah o ma ton ye na yete ho yes ti wanya obi ate energy no won sama da bi o mbeka ne saa na o mo de abiri ani so asem no nyina na me ka kire ono ade aye yetua kana abanyama yetua ono na ekwa akofa free producer no wana na de ayi friend saying producer no hono
yes
ono na ekwa akofa de abre ma yetua kana aban ne ne ba no o se power na okofa ya o de bre ye na bi anwuna gu nti ni anwuna gu na egu fama asoso agu kokokoko no we should pay
yeah ntua consumers ntua
wakode ye dina kwaje bosia weba $160 million and no one sem na parliament that is President John Dramani Mahama administration or the black Ghana sabia ye tua ka okofa abrem na se bi no bua
abra wagimi hu sika nyina pa wie yes osime sanso ntua in chairman implications welders ne barbers ne ade no in the coming weeks no
say no distribution losses na ba
yes
bosia we no makwa akode no china so omo to electricity mu a omo say distribution losses near the asenti kwana aban be fa so atua sa abosia na ne wo mo kan ho asem ne say won be ma PUC na me ya adoma August won be sana to electricity because aban die dini ana akodiska the only means aban di betua ne say on be gi electricity a ne board ne na finance minister so kasa no o kan ye say quarterly tariff adjustment almost tambia na say de nya quarterly bronyinka quarterly a say 3 months but from April to June July na no mo tu mu ayi eduru sa because mo tu mu na take effect June ho ba bi June it wie ye na mo de ababe we o ma boye praye
August September by almost ye benya increment
because eno so ba August September on be san to electricity
to not just some 200 cedis a week
udi agro et say ne want to electricity next month ayi August September o mo de another increment ba because ya jebosia but ye de electricity ye tua yi akwa jebosia aban a all start yo electricity ye tua de akwa jebosia Fizisa Ghana nya fa hudie aban fa electricity tua emfa baba nini nkwaji sika baba ni a otua oyitire ya de baba ni na kosia wo wa bank aban ade ayi obi a tailor ni weather ni obi a wo swami magazine aban ne de na kwa wa bank kosia wo wa se sa nipa no beto power na obetibim ade aba betua ka no
wow
yes eno ho asem na asi no
Abronye NPP
yanye Ghana force yes na
yanye Ghana force
yes nye ko yeba family ni apon Bengazi Saudi minister will monitor MPP internal issues
yes
continue him say me de bia meka ye wura ba mi ase bo galamsey fight ufiso nya akwanya na na ba na mo aka asem bi so far and this strategy aba a viable na ye reality a betimi de akwati galamsey meboa amanfo bebre awo man Ghana ha assess ba omia vision about the fight against galamsey no ayen kwansem ne ye kano it's not about the money that you get today but your life long life will be an inchira wom long life will be also discover na meboa yes and now ukwato vegetable bi na duro wom na di wu a make us say krabia mukrom hoyi Ube di MPO. China be ye minister man so aboa obi o. Ube ye CEO nanso yensu ayenom ebetimaku. Ye niema ye betima ire. Akum ye be da so resin beton. Eye leadership and ebe move and nanado nya sa leadership no. Enkrofo amudu omu yefu no. Sorry yes ye masa de ne maso. Yen kuntia ye make MPP unpopular. Washa omu say ye galamsey apaja. Washa omu say ye gayism. Ye beduru ya ye be sign gay no. And ne ye ura mahama. To the extent say National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving. Ye nyo bi mananti man kan. Enkrofo wama benya fa ahudie. Ya nyad obi
ya manan condemn
amanan condemn say fa ahudie gay ni lesbian fo aba benya Independence Square kesa omo akwa je fa ahudie nti omo kofi oma no wo ho obi a mowa
na akofo ado nyenyenye na bresu ye wu bibi sei
akofo ado nyenyenye akofo ado amose one sign no obi tim kofi na no
obi ankoye bibi asa enso enehwe President Muhammad to me issue statement
dabi
woni ma semesi here KOD edit picture ne beto honom no within 3 minutes or 4 minutes pen we delete here
my friend
order from above other na opposite generating national interest and a national issue na o ma enkofo ebo abaneti e wonu ma no delete here
because osro pressure
no kranya me anim baby a ye nya ye fa wodie no e secret place if you akaye so smart from if you aka baby a ye nya ye fa wodie o man ni nyina
nya ba hono nko a because o man independence no e your man ni nyina
baby a kwa me kuma ko gina ye
e kasa say Ghana we are free forever
and they gave for to me kotena honom
Baomia lectures abona nko ba kasa onye
it is annual man nyina kosu Ghana phone to me nka bibia because almost President Mahama ba ye
asofu yenya asofu mienu miensa bia wo mo na efre wo ma asofufuo bi no aka kire wo say mo nka ho asem Entankan William ye one of them say
chairman
mayen ka ho asem what you say entini say wo hwe eniema ekoso na
ge nnioma ne de
ge eniema ne de a ba omia na hye sa abona nka to atwa yemmo President Mahama video asem o kan ye say oba ya no obe sign law no
yes
mo producer
George Krampo kan ye
me President Mahama de na nkasa
Jatobolo
what